My name is Tran Bin, known throughout the entire city as a notorious wife leech. Despite having a wife as beautiful as a flower, I work as a lowly food delivery driver. People say I've neglected her even as our daughter suffers from congenital heart disease. I've been forced to beg others for help simply because I cannot reveal my true identity. If I do, I'll be forced to return and inherit a multi-billion-dollar fortune. Doctor, please save my daughter, Tran Bin cried out, rushing frantically into the emergency room. Hey, you can't go in there, a nurse recognized Tran Bin, the infamous wife leech. Every time he came here, he relied on his wife to cover the medical bills. I am sorry, but you need to pay the hospital fees before we can proceed with treatment. Nurse, please save her first. I promise I'll pay every cent. I won't be missing a penny. If you don't have the money, go ask your wife. You reach as the house husband, anyway. At that moment, the sharp clicking of high heels echoed through the hall. A stinging slap landed on Tran Bin's face, the sound reverberating through the lobby. Passers-by turned to stare. If anything happens to my daughter, I will never forgive you, Jian Ayan cried. Shamefaced, Tran Bin looked down, unable to meet the contempt and disappointment in Jian Ayan's eyes. Years ago, she had defied her family's wishes to marry him. But after the wedding, a failed business venture and their daughter's illness had drained every penny Tran Bin had. Now, he delivered food for a living while Jian Ayan had risen to become the vice president of a listed company. This massive gap in status left Tran Bin with no voice in the household. Her parents had even stated bluntly that if the two divorced, the child would stay with the Jiang family and they would pay for the medical treatment. Seeing his daughter, Tran Bin moved toward her, only to see Jian Ayan rush to the girl's side. Mommy, Daddy, please don't fight. Mila will be a good girl, the little girl whimpered. I'll listen to Mila. I won't fight with your father anymore, Jian Ayan whispered. She turned to Tran Bin, her voice cold. Tran Bin, if you're still a man, go beg my parents for the money. I knew it. Your pride is more important to you than Mila's life. Utterly disappointed, Jian Ayan turned away. Just then, Tao Quan, dressed in a sharp suit and carrying a gift, walked over. Jian Ayan's expression immediately softened into one of apology. Oh, isn't this Tran Bin? Where are you off to in such a rush? Tao Quan sneered before turning to Jian Ayan. Ayan, I am sorry to trouble you again. It's no trouble. After all, Tran Bin and I were close in college, and I am like an uncle to Mila. I'll go pay the fees now. Tao Quan shot a triumphant, disdainful look at Tran Bin before heading to the cashier. Why are you borrowing money from him? Tran Bin asked. Do you have the money? Jian Ayan snapped. Or do you want Mila kicked out of the hospital tomorrow? Without looking back, she followed Tao Quan, the two of them chatting and laughing as they disappear around the corner. Watching them, Tran Bin's pride was utterly crushed. It was all about money. He opened his mouth, but the words caught in his throat. Jian Ayan saw his hesitation and gave a self-deprecating laugh. Desperate, Tran Bin went to find his only friend, Luao. Here's 60,000. Take it for the emergency, Luao said. How? Thank you. Suddenly, the door to the apartment was kicked open. Luao, that's the dowry money for my family. How could you give it to him? Dong, Tran Bin's daughter is in the hospital. I am just lending it to him to handle the crisis. Tran Bin, how many times have you borrowed money from my Luao? You have no shame, but I have a reputation to keep. Luao, if you lend him this money, we're breaking up. Seeing the couple on the verge of a brawl, Tran Bin quietly stood up. I am sorry. I'll come back for your wedding drinks another time. I have to go. Don't bother coming back, she screamed. Tran Bin sat alone on the curb, fully realizing that poverty was his greatest sin. He took out his phone, his finger hovering over a number he hadn't called in 3 years. He steeled himself and pressed dial. Hello? Young master, is that you? Young master, you've finally called me. Still in his delivery uniform, Tran Bin was picked up by Qi Fukui's men and taken to a lavish office. Tran Bin sat casually on the sofa. Old Qiu, you reliving the high life, aren't you? Ostrich leather sofa. You've got taste. Young master, please don't tease an old man. Just sign these documents, and all of this everything will belong to you. A beautiful secretary immediately stepped forward with a file. You know I don't want to inherit the family estate. I only came here today to borrow 100,000. I won't lend it to you. Old man, say that again? I won't lend it. But if you sign, not just 100,000, but 10 billion is yours. Forget it then. If I sign today, my name isn't Tran. 5 minutes later, congratulations, young master. You have officially inherited the entirety of the family's assets and enterprises. This is your loan, old Qiu. You overdoing it using a literal chest for 100,000? Tran Bing casually stuffed the cash into a plastic bag and picked it up. I'm leaving. Safe travels, the young master. Shall I have a car take you back? No need. I have my electric scooter. Tran Bin rushed back to the hospital only to see Jian Ayan laughing with Tao Quan. Tran Bin, you still have the nerve to show your face. Jian Ayan's eyes were filled with disappointment. Tran Bin, did you get the money? If not, stop resisting. Beg me, and I might help you, Tao Quan smirked. My daughter's medical fees are none of your business. I'll handle it myself. Tran Bin, what kind of attitude is that? Xiao Nian yelled. How can you talk to Mr. Tao like that? Apologize now. Tran Bin immediately slammed the plastic bag down in front of Tao Quan and Jian Ayan. Here's 100,000, paid in full. Don't ever come near us again. Seeing the stacks of red bills scattered on the floor, Tao Quan's smile froze, his fists clenching. Jian Ayan was stunned and then furious. Where did he get this money? If he had it, why didn't he bring it sooner? Was he making a fool of me on purpose? Well, Tran Bin. Who was generous enough to lend you this much? In Tao Quan's eyes, this friend was a nobody, he just wanted to watch him fail. Is that any of your business? Tran Bin, enough, Jian Ayan cried. He has helped us so many times, why are you acting like this? Did I ask for his help? Don't you know what his real intentions are? Exposed in front of the crowd, Jian Ayan felt she had lost all face. Tran Bin, what do you mean by that? Tran Bin couldn't be bothered to argue. He turned to Tao Quan. Aren't you leaving? Tao Quan gave a dry laugh, picked up his pride, and walked out. Mr. Tao, let me walk you out, Jian Ayan said angrily, chasing after him. The hospital room finally fell quiet. Tran Bin sat by his daughter's bed, filled with guilt. Mila, from now on, you are my little princess. Just then, Jian Ayan returned. Where did the money come from? I borrowed it. From your friend Luao again? He's getting married. How many more times are you going to burden him? It's my father's birthday this weekend. You're coming with me to apologize to my parents. Tran Bin looked up at the beautiful woman before him. She still had no idea that the useless husband she looked down upon was now the heir to the world's most powerful family, a man who could change destinies with a single word. Say something, don't play dumb. You borrowed it this time, but what about next time? Are you going to rely on loans every time she is hospitalized? Tran Bin remained silent, his fists clenched. Fine. Spend your whole life being pathetic then, Jian Ayan snapped and stormed out. Tran Bin sighed. Without money, you were nothing. He looked at his daughter's small face, flushed with fever, and felt a pang in his heart. His phone rang. It was his manager, Duong Roman 6. Tran Bin, you damn brat, you missed your deliveries again, didn't you? I've had over a dozen complaints. If you don't want to work, pack your trash and get out. Tran Bin was already in a foul mood. A lowly manager dared to scream at him and curse his situation. Duong, you're the one who's fired. What the hell did you say? Tran Bin, you. Tran Bin hung up. He immediately called Ki Fu Kui. Old Kiyu, I want to buy my delivery company. Young master, consider it done. Give me 10 minutes. I want to be the boss. Duong Roman 6, you just wait. Let's see how I handle you. At the delivery company, the employees were lined up at the entrance, waiting for the new owner. A sleek, black Bentley pulled up. Everyone whispered, speculating that the new boss must be incredibly wealthy. Duong Roman 6 stood behind the former owner, Dam Kok Hoa, excitedly rubbing his hands together. A luxury car, this new boss is definitely a big shot. I have to suck up to him. However, as all eyes were glued to the Bentley, the familiar hum of an electric scooter approached. Tran Bin rode his beat-up scooter right past the Bentley and parked it directly in front, blocking the path. Tran Bin, damn it, are you trying to die? Get that piece of junk out of here. Don't block the new boss's way. Duong Roman 6 rushed forward, hoping to make a good impression on the new owner by berating Tran Bin. You read just a delivery boy. Why are you acting so high and mighty? Did you forget you don't even work here anymore? You dare block a Bentley? Move, you idiot. His words reached everyone's ears. Tran Bin looked at him coldly. Your whole family are idiots. You're dead. You're officially fired, and you'll pay for the company's losses. Just then, the Bentley door opened. Who dares fire him? To everyone's shock, Ki Fu Kui ignored Dam Kok Hoa's welcoming smile and walked straight to Tran Bin. Young master, I am late. The entire area went silent. The words young master sent a shockwave through the crowd. Sir, you must have the wrong person, Dam Kok Hoa stammered. He just sold his services to me. He's just a delivery driver. Fu Kui glared at him. Open your eyes. This is the new owner who bought your company. Duong Roman 6 still didn't believe it, convinced it was an actor Tran Bin had hired. Stop playing games, Tran Bin, you're fired, and you owe the company 10,000 in damages. Tran Bin put his hands in his pockets, his case turning icy. Then let me tell you, Duong Roman 6, you are fired. Get out. Ow. As Duong Roman 6 prepared to mock him again, Dam Kok Hoa slapped him across the face. Duong Roman 6 was completely dazed. Boss, what was that for? It means Tran Bin is our new boss. If he says you refired, you refired. This gentleman here is Fu Kui, the richest man in the city. Tran Bin really is the new owner. You stupid fool. At the mention of Fu Kui, the chairman of the Than Din Group and a multi-billionaire, Duong Roman 6's world collapsed. He looked at Tran Bin, then at the legendary figure standing beside him. President Tran, I was blind. I'm a worm. Please don't fire me. I'll even deliver food. Just let me stay. Tran Bin kicked Duong Roman 6's hand away with disgust. It out. He turned to the employees who had once mocked him. I know many of you looked down on me when I was at my lowest. It doesn't matter. Starting today, everyone's salary is doubled. The crowd erupted in cheers. Boss Tran is the best. I love you, Boss Tran. Tran Bin's gaze shifted to the Tan, standing in the corner. Also, Duong Roman 6's position will be taken by the Tan. The Tan had always been kind to him. He didn't mind giving her a promotion. Once the company matters were settled, Fu Kui led Tran Bin to the Bentley. Young master, there is an investment project. The partner wants to meet you. I'm not going. I was forced to inherit this fortune. Don't expect me to work like a dog. In that case, young master, please return the 100,000 to me. Tran Bin's eyes shot open. Fine, fine, I'll go. It was a pity a legitimate heir to a global empire, forced to bow his head for a mere 100,000. The meeting was at Tu Hing Pavilion, a place where only the elite gathered. At the entrance, Phong Thai Chuang, chairman of Kwok Hoa Trading with a net worth of 30 billion, waited respectfully with his executives. Dad, who are we waiting for? This is ridiculous. It has been 20 minutes. Fong Dao, his son, grumbled. Shut up. When he arrives, if you make one mistake, I'll deal with you myself. In the Bentley, Tran Bin saw the extravagant reception and frowned. Didn't I tell you to keep it low-key? Why the spectacle? Young master, perhaps Chairman Fong wanted to surprise you. Surprise, my foot. I don't like it. Go to the parking lot and tell him to meet me privately. Meanwhile, Jian Ayan was stressed. Her daughter's heart condition was worsening and her company project was hitting a wall. The partner, manager Vuong, insisted they meet at Tu Hing Pavilion to discuss the $1 million contract. Hello, Manager Vuong, I'm here. Where are you? Table 6. I am waiting. As Jiang Ayan hung up, the Bentley slowly parked nearby. The window rolled down, and she saw Tran Bin inside. She recognized the license plate. It belonged to Fu Kui. Tran Bin. Why are you in that car? Do you know Fu Kui? Tran Bin turned, startled. Crap, if she finds I own this car, my identity is blown. He quickly stepped out to stop her. I don't know any Fu Kui. That old man didn't know the way, so I just gave him directions. Old man? Qian Ayan trembled with rage. That old man is the richest person in this city. You really are becoming more delusional by the day. She shot him a look of pure disgust. Don't forget my father's banquet here this weekend. Go buy a gift. And don't you dare embarrass me. I haven't agreed to go. You. Qian Ayan was livid. She had worked so hard to get her father to give him a chance, and this was his attitude. Fine, come or don't. Inside the car, Fu Kui sighed. Young master, you could just tell her you're the son of a billionaire. Why hide it? Tran Bin sighed. Qian Ayan worked 24 hours a day for Mila. It wasn't that he didn't care, but he had to protect them. Just settle this business quickly. I need to go see Mila. In the private room, Phong Thai Chuang rushed toward Fu Kui. President Qiu, you've arrived. Fu Kui gestured toward Tran Bin. This is my young master, Mr. Tran. He is the investor. Phong Thai Chuang's had spun. He knew that Fu Kui was merely a steward for a hidden, ancient family. If this was the young master of that family, his power was terrifying. Mr. Tran, please forgive my ignorance. I didn't recognize you. Be brief. I have things to do. How much capital do you need? 10 billion, Mr. Tran. We are expanding into the art market. We offer 25 equity. I'll invest 20 billion, but I want 40. The father and son stood frozen. 20 billion? Mr. Tran, are you sure? Is it too little? I can add more. No, it's more than enough. To show his loyalty, Fong Fai Chuan presented a gift. Mr. Tran, this is an original painting by Tang Bohu. It is a token of my sincerity. The painting was worth tens of millions, yet Fong Fai Chuan gave it away like a trinket. Tran Bin glanced at it. Thanks. He tucked a multi-million-dollar masterpiece under his arm and walked out. As he left, the owner of Tu Hien Pavilion, Ma Kim Van, greeted him. Mr. Tran, President Kiyu, welcome. Here's a platinum Viet card. Please, accept it. Thanks. Old Kiyu, stop following me, I'm going to the hospital. As he walked down the hallway, he froze. He saw his wife being harassed by a greasy man. Jian, why don't we go to the hotel next door to talk? Manager Vuan, please show some respect. Respect? Listen, that $1 million contract depends on me. Do what I say, or get out. Jian Ayan turned to leave and saw Tran Bin. Her face went from pale to beet red. Tran Bin. Are you stalking me? Is it fun for you to watch me be humiliated? I'm not stalking you, Ayan. I just came in for the air conditioning. I work myself to death for this family, for Mila. I endure this filth, and you? What do you do besides deliver food? Look at yourself, are you even a man? Tran Bin's fists tightened. Ayan, what if I can help? I can settle that contract. Jian Ayan laughed bitterly. Ew. With what? Your electric scooter? Get real. If you want to help, go beg my parents. But you be too stubborn. You don't even have the courage to bow your head. You disappoint me. It's just $1 million contract. I'll make him regret everything by tonight. Tran Bin called Kiyu Fu Kui. Moments later, the arrogant manager Vuong received the call. His face turned white. What? The chairman himself called? Am I making things difficult for Bitch Kong Pharmaceuticals? Manager Jian, I'm sorry, he ran out and nearly tripped. Manager Jian, I apologize, I was possessed, let's sign the contract immediately. Please, forgive me. Jian Ayan was stunned. The attitude change was so fast. Manager Vuong, are you serious? Yes, our chairman personally approved it. Why didn't you tell me you knew Director Lai? I almost made a huge mistake. Jian Ayan was bewildered. She didn't know anyone named Director Lai. Who helped me? She thought of Tao Quan. It must be him. Only he has that kind of influence. In the distance, Tran Bin watched her sign the papers. He was about to smile until he saw the look of admiration on her face, but it wasn't for him. Her phone rang. MS, Jian, Mila just had a severe coughing fit. She's spitting up blood. The doctor says if we don't have the surgery money within 3 months, Jian Ayan rushed to Tran Bin, grabbing his arms. Tran Bin, the hospital called. Mila is spitting blood. We need the surgery in 3 months. I know. I'll find a way. Find a way? How? I'm begging you, go to my parents' banquet. If you don't go, we're getting a divorce. That night, Tran Bin had Kiyu Fu Kui contact the world's top cardiac surgeon. But Jian Ayan didn't believe him, thinking he was playing games with Mila's life. Left with no choice, Tran Bin attended the father-in-law's birthday. Thanks to Tao Quan booking this VIP room, we can actually eat at Tu Hien Pavilion. The mother-in-law, Duan Quelan, gosh. It's nothing, Tao Quan bragged. My father has connections here. Suddenly, the door opened. The owner, Ma Kim Van, entered with premium food and wine. Are you the elder Mr. Jian? Yes, I am. I am Ma Kim Van. To celebrate your birthday, Ivy brought a bottle of 82 Lafite and a legendary National Treasure wine. Also, here's a platinum VIP card for 50 off all future meals. The room was stunned. That wine alone was worth $2 million. Ma, Mr. Ma, who are we indebted to for this? Ma Kim Van looked at Tran Bin, his eyes lighting up. Of course, it's for the sake of Mr. Tran, our most honored guest. Seeing Tran Bin's warning look, he quickly changed his tune. Well, you should ask yourselves. Someone specifically requested this for you. Think about who in this room is closest to you. Duan Quelan slapped her thigh. Is there even a question? Tao Quan booked the room. He asked the son-in-law I always wanted. Such talent. Tao Quan was confused for a second but quickly puffed out his chest. Ah, Mr. Ma, you didn't have to come personally. I guess my father's reputation preceded me. He smirked at Tran Bin. Tran Bin, see if you can ever compare to me. Ma Kim Van was baffled. This country bumpkin is taking the cred. But seeing Tran Bin remain silent, he retreated. The room erupted in praise for Tao Quan. Jian Ayan looked at Tran Bin with utter disdain. Do you see? This is what a man looks like. All you do is embarrass me. Tran Bin said nothing. He just thought if only you knew I own the world's largest financial group. You'd eat all beyond your knees. Tao Quan then produced a long gift box. I also brought a special gift, an original Tang Bo painting. The father-in-law, Jiang Kwok Dan, sobered up instantly. The legendary treasure. The originals are worth at least 3-4 million. Tao, is this real? Only the best for you, Tao Quan said, glancing mockingly at Tran Bin. Suddenly, Jiang Lin, INS cousin, spoke up. Cousin-in-law, I saw you brought a gift too. Let's see it. She had always hated Tran Bin and wanted to humiliate him. It's not worth much. Tran Bin tried to deflect, but the more he resisted, the more they pushed. Come on, show us. Let us expand our horizons. Tao Quan laughed. Xian Ayan pinched him. Don't make it worse. Fine. If you want to see it, here. I bought it at an antique market, so don't laugh. Tran Bin pulled out the box. Xiang Lin snatched it and unrolled the scroll. It was identical to Tao Quan's painting. Cousin, is this a fake? You brought a knockoff to a birthday party? Laughter and insults filled the room. Xian Ayan should have married Tao Quan. Look at this pathetic delivery boy. No wonder his kid is always sick. How do you know it's a fake? Tran Bin's cold voice caught through the noise. Are you saying yours is real and Mr. Tao's is fake? Perhaps. Tao Quan laughed. Fine, let Mr. Jiang and his artist friends judge. Jiang Kwok Dan and several experts pulled out magnifying glasses. Their expressions changed. They looked at each other in shock. Tran Bin's painting appeared perfectly authentic. Tao Quan's smile faltered. Where would this beggar get the money? He must have bought a high-end forgery to save face. Tran Bin, this is a good fake. It almost fooled me, the father-in-law sighed. Tao Quan breathed a sigh of relief. You really are something, Tran Bin. Bringing a fake to deceive your own family. I did my best, Tran Bin said quietly. Jiao Nian walked over, her eyes red. What are you doing? Why bring a fake? You've ruined what little face I had left. I worked for 2 months to save 10,000. We still 900,000 short for the surgery. Do you really want to watch Mila die? I'm sorry, Tran Bin whispered. Please, just trust me. I have a way to handle Mila's illness. Chen Ping, I think it's time Mila had a different father. Let us get a divorce. Knowing he couldn't rely on Jiang Wen, Chen Ping had to find a way to save his daughter himself, quickly arranging Mila's surgery. Recalling the look of disappointment in Jiang Wen's eyes, he ultimately suppressed the urge to chase after her. Right then, his phone vibrated again. Chen Ping took a deep breath and answered. Chen Ping, where the hell have you crawled off to? Boss Ma has brought the great collector Feng Ruixiang for an appraisal. They specifically asked to see the Spring Mountain Companion. You've caused enough trouble, get your face back here and apologize. It was Shin Ding Zhuan. Chen Ping thought to himself, if you insist on inviting death through your door, don't blame me for being ruthless. Word had spread that an authentic Spring Mountain Companion had surfaced today. Which collector could be so generous? Feng Ruixian, a man worth over 3 billion with a significant reputation in the collecting world, was someone Jiang Guomen could not afford to miss. He rushed out to greet him, face beaming. Jiang Guomen approached Feng Ruixian with both hands extended in a warm welcome. But before he could speak, Cao Jin shoved his way to the front. Master Feng, this authentic painting by Tang Bo was collected by me. I brought it specifically as a birthday gift for Uncle Jiang. Is spotlight stolen? Jiang Guomen's face darkened, though he still followed behind obsequiously. Master Feng, your presence is an honor. Please forgive me for not greeting you sooner. Mr. Jiang, you are too polite. I came simply because I admire the reputation of the piece, Feng replied. His eyes immediately landed on Chen Ping standing before the painting, and his footsteps faltered. However, the foolish Cao Jun noticed nothing. Seeing Chen Ping blocking the painting, he shoved him hard to the side. Until you see President Feng is here? Besides, can a penniless wretch like you even understand what you were looking at? Feng Ruixiang's blood boiled at the sight, but before arriving, Ma Jingwen had repeatedly warned him under no circumstances was he to reveal Chen Ping's identity. Mr. Chen preferred to live a humble life. He hadn't even allowed Ma to mention that he was the one who booked the private room for his father-in-law. But this Cao Jun was riding on Mr. Chen's coattails while daring to lay a hand on him. He had to be stopped. Mr. Feng, please, take a look. This is the authentic work of Tang Bo that young Cao gave me, Jiang Guomen invited. Feng Ruixian looked closely, but his expression quickly turned strange. Wasn't this the very painting I personally gave to Mr. Chen? Wait, something is wrong. This painting looks odd. This idiot brought a fake to run a scam, and he dared to be disrespectful to Mr. Chen? Watch me strip this fox of his hide, Feng thought. He pulled out a magnifying glass, scrutinizing every inch. Look at that, look, the onlookers whisper. Even Master Feng is being so serious. This painting has to be worth at least 8 million yuan. Boss Jiang is truly impressive to receive such a treasure. Master Feng, how is it? What is the current market value of this Tang Bohu? Jiang Guomen asked. Feng Ruixian lowered his magnifying glass and fell into a pensive silence. The room went still as everyone stared at him in suspense. Mr. Jiang, I believe this painting is worth. Jiang Guomen, expecting an astronomical figure, couldn't stop himself from laughing out loud. 100 yuan. 100 yuan? I spent 2 million on this, Cao Jun stammered. This old man must have lost his mind. Master Feng, please stop joking. This is Tang Bohu at Spring Mountain Companion. I and several other artist friends have already vetted it. It is absolutely real. Haha, then let me tell you, not only is this a fake, but it is an egregious one. It is a flea market knockoff fresh out of the oven last week. The word fake struck the VIP room like a lightning bolt. What is going on? All that bragging for a fake? If Jiang Guomen wanted to save face, he didn't need to put on such a show. Does he take us for fools? Others chimed in. Jiang Guomen, you were the one who said it was real. We only humored you out of respect. Jiang Guomen was both humiliated and furious, his face flushing crimson, unable to offer a rebuttal. Everyone present was a person of status. If word of this got out, his reputation would be utterly ruined. Cao Jun's eyes flickered toward Chen Ping, who was watching the drama from the corner, and an idea struck him. Uncle Jiang, could it be that Chen Ping swapped the painting just now? At Cao Jun's words, Yang Guilan slammed her hand on the table, pointing directly at Chen Ping and screaming, I knew this coward was up to no good. He must have seen how successful young Cao is and got jealous, so he used these underhanded tricks to swap them. Jiang Ling joined in, looking at Chen Ping with contempt. That's right, brother-in-law, your heart is truly wicked. It is bad enough you gave a fake for Grandpa's birthday, but to steal someone else's real painting to show off? Have you no shame? Their verbal assault was like rapid fire. It successfully ignited Jiang Guomen's rage. It must be that trashed Chen Ping. He intentionally swapped his flea market jump to make me look bad in front of everyone. Chen Ping, did you swap them? Did you do this to humiliate me? The sound of a sharp slap echoed, plunging the room into silence. Feng Ruixian frowned, ready to snap, but Cao Jun continued, Uncle Jiang, you see, Chen Ping did this on purpose. He doesn't respect you, he wants to destroy your name. This parasite keeps clinging to Jiang Wen. Just wait, I'll make her divorce you as soon as we get back. Cao Jun looked around, retrieved the painting Jiang Guomen had tossed into the trash, and rushed to Feng Ruixian. Master Feng, here's what happened. Both I and Mr. Jiang's son-in-law, Chen Ping, brought copies of the Spring Mountain Companion. At 100 yuan fake was Chen Ping's. He was jealous of me, and swapped them. This one is the real deal that I spent 2 million on. Feng Ruixian's face grew darker. He saw through these fools perfectly. They mistook the real treasure for trash and the trash for a masterpiece. Master Feng, look closely. This one is real. Excellent. Truly excellent. This is the authentic brushwork of Tang Bohu, Feng finally said. Jiang Guomen and Cao Jun's hearts finally settled, their faces filled with smugness. However, Feng Ruixian suddenly lowered his glass. You are President Cao Jun, right? Are you certain this is the painting you bought from your friend? Cao Jun, thinking Feng wanted an introduction, beamed. President Feng, his name is Wei Da-Fu. He is a big boss in the antique market with a stellar reputation. I'll call him here right now. No need. I know Wei Da-Fu. In the antique world, Wei Da-Fu was a notorious dealer of high-end fakes. Cao Jun had been scammed and was now digging his own grave. Feng dialed a number. Wei Da-Fu, get over to the Pavilion of Sages immediately. He hung up and sat at the tea table, looking at the bragging Cao Jun as if he were an idiot. In the corner, Chen Ping's phone screen lit up with a message. Mr. Chen, rest assured. I will deal with this Cao Jun for you. Soon, a short, stout man in a greasy suit, face dripping with sweat, ran in. Master Feng, you called for me? Feng Ruixian glared at Wei Da-Fu and slammed his hand on the table, pointing at the painting. Wei Da-Fu, did you sell this painting to Cao Jun? The roar made Wei Da-Fu jump. He turned to look at the painting and his legs began to tremble. Wait, isn't the real Spring Mountain Companion always in Master Feng's hands? Oh no, the fake sale is about to be exposed. Master Feng, let me explain. Cao Jun, still oblivious, cut him off. Boss, why? What are you afraid of? Master Feng already praised it as the real thing. President Cao, I am sorry. Wei Da-Fu stammered. The painting I sold you, it was a fake. It was a high-end replica I used to trick you. A fake. I paid 2 million for it. Besides, Master Feng just said this one is real. Are you drunk? Wei Dafu was like an ant on a hot pan. He rushed to the painting and looked closer. This isn't the painting you bought from me. Wei Dafu's sharp eyes caught a tiny, inconspicuous collector's seal belonging to Feng Ruixiang in the corner. He suddenly whirled around and stared at the other painting discarded in the trash. That one, the one in the trash, is the fake I sold to President Cao. In an instant, all eyes fell on the painting in the corner, the one previously treated like garbage. Cao Jun, what is going on? Half fake is yours? Impossible. Wei Dafu, you real lying. This real one is mine. Wei Dafu dared not lie in front of Feng Ruixian. He shook his head frantically. President Cao, stop this. I'll pay you back 3 million later to compensate for the fake. Just stop dragging me into this. Who wants your 3 million? Jiang Guomen's face felt like it had been slapped in public. Cao Jun, you bastard, you dared to use a fake to deceive me? Get out now. Cao Jun, unable to explain himself despite having 100 mouths, glared at Chen Ping with pure hatred before storming out. Everyone's gaze shifted to the corner of the room. Chen Ping stood there with an innocent, if slightly annoyed, expression. I just bought it at the antique market. The crowd was stunned. Buying an authentic Tang Bohu for a few dozen yuan? What kind of insane luck is that? Young man, your luck is extraordinary. Here's my card, Feng Ruixian said, handing it over. Chen Ping took it with a calm, indifferent attitude. To save face, Jiang Guomen barked. Chen Ping, what are you standing there for? Thank Master Feng. Thanks, Master Feng, Chen Ping said perfunctorily. The dismissive attitude made Feng Ruixian want to both laugh and cry, while Jiang Guomen rolled his eyes in frustration. Why would Master Feng give his card to that loser? He just got lucky. A loser is still a loser. Suddenly, Chen Ping's phone rang. He glanced at the caller, and his expression turned grave. Chen Ping, Star Moon Club. Save me. 8 brief words struck him like a thunderclap, piercing his heart. Xiang Wan was in trouble. Jiang Guomen, seeing Chen Ping staring blankly at his phone, snapped. Chen Ping, haven't you eaten? Is that any way to say thank you? Before Chen Ping could reply, another call came in. He snapped out of it. Young master, the voice said. Dr. Tang has arrived in Shanshan City and is asking to see you. How should I arrange the schedule? Don T, go to the hospital. Bring everyone to the Star Moon Club immediately. Bring the entire security team. I have an emergency. Be there in 5 minutes. Chen Ping hung up and strode toward the door. Xiang Ling, thinking he was fleeing out of embarrassment, jeered. Oh? Is our brother-in-law running away? Feeling too incompetent to stay at the Pavilion of Sages? Chen Ping stopped and looked back at her with a chilling glare. Jiang Ling felt goosebumps and an inexplicable sense of guilt. Chen Ping didn't stop again. He bolted outside. As he exited the gates, over 20 subs screeched to a halt in front of him. Qiao Fugui, accompanied by the underworld king Zheng Tai, was waiting respectfully. Seal the entire club. Not even a fly gets out. Meanwhile, inside VIP room 88 of the Star Moon Club, the atmosphere was suffocating. Vice President Jian, you've already taken off your coat, so stop playing hard to get. My cousin represents the Tongburn Hospital. Drink this glass of wine for him, and not only will this 30 million contract be yours, but we can even get Dr. Tang Hemin to personally perform your daughter's surgery. Are you sure you want to drink? President Zhao, I am allergic to alcohol. I really can tea. Looking down on me. Then get out. Forget the contract. Jiang Wan gritted her teeth, her eyes rimmed with red. If this deal fell through, her daughter's surgery money would be gone. Xiao Kang stared at her maliciously. Jiang Wan, you owe me this. 3 years ago, I pursued you, and you let that trash Chen Ping beat me like a dog in public. You even stole my position as vice president. Jiang Wan picked up the glass and downed it in one gulp. She coughed violently as an unnatural flush quickly spread across her face. Seeing that she was losing consciousness, Xiao Gang's expression turned predatory. He had hoped President Wang would ruin her, but she had escaped that. Now, by gifting her to his cousin, he could secure a massive contract and finally see this arrogant Ice Queen Vice President defiled. Good, Vice President Jiang is straightforward. One more glass, and we sign. Sun Ziming winked at Zhao Gang, who quietly went to the door and locked it. Vice President Jiang, let us go somewhere else to discuss the details. What are you doing? I want to go home. Once you cross this threshold, you re my toy. If you done to please me tonight, you re going nowhere. Jiang Wan turned to run, only to find the door deadlocked. Don't come near me, I'll call the police. Sun Ziming sneered, tossed a fruit knife aside, and slapped her hard across the face. You stupid bitch, I gave you a chance and you blew it. Outside the club, guards were arrogantly turning away customers. Suddenly, 20 black subs swerved into the entrance, blocking the gates. Zhang Tai led dozens of men in black as they piled out. What do you think you were doing? Blocking the Starmoon Club? Do you wanna die? But Bouncer yelled. Zhang Tai didn't even look at him, sending him flying with a single kick. Where's your boss, Han Wang? Tell him to crawl out here and see me. As Chen Ping entered the lobby, a woman in a high-slitching Sam sashayed forward. Oh, Brother Tai, what wind blew you here today? Xiao Qingmi was the mistress of Han Wang. Seeing Zhang Tai's hostile entrance, she tried to suppress his momentum. And why did you bring this ragged man in market clothes and this old man who doesn't know his place? This is a high-class establishment. Do you think any stray dog or cat can just walk in? A bodyguard's hand lashed out in a sharp slap to her face. Zhang Tai, you dare hit me? I belong to Han Wang. I don't care who owns this place. I suggest you don't provoke me or I'll level this building. Tell me, which room is Jiang Wan in? You have a big mouth for a man who hits women, she spat. Level my claw? Let me tell you, there are heavy hitters from Jinling inside today. Don't think you can do whatever you want just because Zhang Tai brought you. Even if the richest man in Shanjiang, Xiao Fu Gui, were here, he'd have to behave. She expected Zhang Tai to back down, but then she saw Chen Ping and the old man beside him step forward. Even I have to behave? It seems the name Xiao no longer carries weight in Shanjiang, the old man said. Xiao King knife froze as she recognized the gold-plated dragon head cane in the man's hand. It was the exclusive symbol of Xiao Fu Gui. Once his identity was revealed, she didn't dare stop them as they headed straight for room 88. She followed behind, stunned. How could that parasite be connected to someone this powerful? In a dimly lit VIP room, Chen Ping slammed the light switch. The sudden glare blinded everyone. Zhao Gang and another man were brutally tearing at Jiang Wen's clothes. Chen Ping's eyes instantly turned blood red. He grabbed a wine bottle from the table and lunged. The glass shattered over the heads of Zhao Gang and Sun Ziming. Blood and wine sprayed everywhere as the two men collapsed, clutching their heads. Chen Ping stripped off his coat and wrapped it tightly around the shivering Jiang Wan, pulling her into his arms. It's okay, honey. I am here. Traumatized, Jiang Wan struggled frantically in his arms, biting his hand hard. The bone-deep pain only fueled the fire of Chen Ping's rage. Jiang Wan finally realized it was him, broke into a sob, and fainted in his arms. Who has no eyes and dares to start trouble on my turf? Han Wang, the club owner, stormed in with a dozen men armed with clubs, sealing the exit. Han Wang, grab him, I want him dead, Zhao Gang screamed. Before Han Wang could act, the door was kicked open again. Who dares touch Mr. Chen? You will have to go through Zhang Tai, so it's Brother Tai. What is the meaning of bringing so many people to my place? Han Wang asked. Zhang Tai ignored him, turning to Chen Ping. Mr. Chen, as per your orders, the club has been cleared. You know what to do. Zhang Tai's eyes turned dark as he stared down Han Wang. Han Wang was stunned. He couldn't understand why the king of the underworld was so respectful to a man he thought was a loser. Zhang Tai stepped forward and slapped Han Wang across the face. Zhang Tai, you reforcing my hand. Zhang Tai kicked Han Wang in the chest and ground his leather shoe into his face. Fight me? You think you are worthy? At that moment, Sun Ziming stumbled out, head bleeding. You're Zhang Tai. You mean to move against me too? Han Wang, pinned to the ground, saw a lifeline. Brother Tai, a word of advice. You can afford to offend President Sun. This is Sun Ziming, head of the Shanjiang branch of Tongren Hospital and the nephew of Professor Tang Yimin. At the name Tang Yimin, Zhang Tai's pupils contracted. He loosened his grip on Han Wang. Mr. Chen, we might not be able to touch this Sun Ziming. His uncle is a world-renowned medical master. The people he has cured are giants who can cause earthquakes with a single step. Touching his nephew is like kicking a hornet's nest. Chen Ping's face remained stone cold. There is no one in this world I cannot touch. Good, you arrogant kid. I don't believe there's anyone in this tiny city I can handle, Sun Ziming yelled. Han Wang, I want him crippled. Everyone, get in here. A secret door in the wall slid open and a dozen tattooed men armed with high-voltage tasers and metal pipes rushed out. Han Wang, I am telling you, don't do this. Mr. Chen is not someone you can provoke, Zhang Tai shouted. Kill him, the thugs lunged. Zhang Tai jumped into the fray. Though he was a skilled fighter and took down 4 men quickly, he was outnumbered. Soon, Han Wang's men beat him to the ground. Brother Tai, I didn't think I'd see the day you fell, Han Long mocked. From now on, Shan Jiang belongs to me. Touch me if you want, but don't touch Mr. Chen, Sheng Taiwis. If you do, you will regret it. Shut the hell up, you still dare to threaten me? Silence returned to the room. Chen Tai's men were neutralized. Only Chen Ping and Xiao Fugui remained standing. Chen Ping gently laid the unconscious Jiang Wen on the sofa and stood up. Weren't you arrogant just now? Sun Ziming mocked. Come here and hit me again, Sun Ziming. Han Wang, you should never have provoked me. Han Wang, waste this kid, make him kneel. Han Wang approached with a metal baseball bat, a sneer on his face. He raised the bat, aiming for Chen Ping's knee. Suddenly, a phone rang. Han Wang paused. It was Sun Ziming's phone. Sun answered. Hello? Who is this? Hello, Mr. Chen. This is Tang Yimin. I have arrived in Shangjiang with the medical team. I wonder if it's convenient to meet now. The voice on the other end was incredibly humble and respectful. You should ask your dear nephew if it's convenient for me to see you, Chen Ping said, holding his phone screen up to Sun Ziming. It clearly showed the caller ID Tang Yimin. Liar, my uncle would never call you, Sun Ziming. What the hell are you saying? The voice from the phone roared. Have I lost control over you? The voice truly belonged to his uncle. Sun Ziming's legs turned to jelly and cold sweat poured down his face. Uncle? How? Why are you calling this brat? Sun Ziming, I don't care how you offended Mr. Chen. Kneel and beg for his forgiveness immediately or I will disown you. Sun Ziming was paralyzed with shock. His uncle was genuinely terrified. He looked up at Chen Ping, sweat mixing with the blood from his head. I am sorry, Mr. Chen, I was foolish. I apologize for my arrogance. Please forgive me. Beside him, the gang leader Han Wang was trembling like a leaf. My God, who did I just provoke? He dropped to his knees with a loud thud. Mr. Chen, I was wrong. Please spare me. I was blind. Chen Ping looked at them coldly before turning to Xiao Fugui. Take Jiang Wen out first. Don't let this filth stain her eyes. Best assured, young master. I will arrange the best car to take the madam home. Sun Ziming and Han Wang froze. Xiao Fugui, the wealthiest man in Shangjiang, called him young master and took orders from him. Once Jiang Wen was taken away, Chen Tai kicked Zhao Gang out from the corner. Mr. Chen, considering he and Vice President Jiang were colleagues, please spare me this once, Zhao Gang begged. I don't want to see him in Shangjiang ever again, Chen Ping said. Understood, Sheng Tai replied. Two men dragged the wailing Zhao Gang out. Your turn, Chen Ping said to Sun Ziming. Sun Ziming forced a smile that looked worse than crying. Mr. Chen, my uncle is Tang Yimin after all. We should leave a path for retreat. I promise I'll never return to Shangjiang. A path for retreat? Do you know who that woman is? Isn't she just a woman? Mr. Chen, do you really want to burn all bridges? Chen Ping's expression turned to ice. Jiang Wen is my wife. Sun Ziming broke into a cold sweat but tried to stay calm. Well, Mr. Chen, nothing actually happened, right? I'll pay 500,000 as compensation for the sister-in-law's mental distress. You be talking money with me? Zheng Tai, give him 3 million. Zheng Tai made a call. 5 minutes later, several silver briefcases full of cash were placed on the table. Mr. Chen, what is the meaning of this? I am buying your third leg. Two men pinned Sun Ziming to the floor. Zheng Tai raised a metal bat. A horrific scream echoed through the room. Sun Ziming curled into a ball, clutching his crotch, sweat pouring down his face as he gasped in agony. He would never touch a woman again. The door burst open. Tang Yimin rushed in, followed by another powerful figure, Vice President Zhu Qiqing of Xincheng Holdings. Zhu had heard the medical master was in town and had gone to the airport to meet him, only to be dragged to a nightclub. He wondered who could possibly make Professor Tang so anxious. Tang Yimin saw Sun Ziming screaming on the floor, but he didn't even glance at his nephew. Mr. Chen, I am sorry. I am late. Zhu Qiqing stood frozen, as if struck by lightning. A world-class professor was bowing and apologizing to a young man. Professor Tang, I did this. You have an objection? He brought this on himself. It is his blessing that Mr. Chen saw fit to punish him. Zhu Qiqing gasped. His own nephew was maimed and he called it a blessing? Get this disgrace out of here. Notify the hospital Sun Ziming is stripped of all titles and fire. Lock him up in Jingling. If he dares step a foot out of that city, I'll break his legs myself. Sun Ziming was dragged away like a dead dog. Zhu Qiqing approached Chen Ping with burning curiosity. You can make Tang He-man submit like this. Your background must be extraordinary. Hello, Mr. Chen. I am Suki King of Xinjiang Holdings. Here's my card. If you ever need anything, call me. After the formalities, Su's eyes fell on Zheng Tai. Zheng Tai, what are you doing with all these men? Looking for a fight? Do you want to lose your head? Zheng Tai looked at Chen Ping nervously. Chen Ping knew Zheng Tai had once been a thug but had since become a legitimate businessman and major taxpayer thanks to the Chen family's investment. Zheng Tai is my man. If there's an issue, I'll handle the investigation with him. But this Han Long is the one causing trouble everywhere. I'll leave him to you, Mr. Su. If he's your man, then there's no problem, Su replied. As for this punk, I'll deal with him severely. Chen Ping said nothing more. He walked out of the club with Tang He-man. At the entrance, he looked back at the glittering building. This place shouldn't exist anymore. Level it. Yes, sir. Zheng Tai made a call. Within 10 minutes, 3 massive bulldozers roared toward the Star Moon Club. The famous establishment was wiped from the map of Xinjiang. Chen Ping declined everyone's dinner invitations and walked toward his car. Just as he was about to open the door, a crazed voice screamed. Chen Ping, I want you dead. Sun Ziming, clutching a fruit knife, lunged at Chen Ping like a mad dog, aiming straight for his heart. Jiang Wan, who had just woken up in the back seat, saw the attack. Without a second thought, her instincts took over. She threw herself in front of Chen Ping. Wan Chen Ping caught her as she collapsed, his mind going blank. He screamed for help. Wan wake up, wake up. He desperately pressed his hands against her wound, but hot blood surged through his fingers. Don't be afraid. I am taking you to the hospital. You will be fine. Sun Ziming tried to strike again, but Zheng Tai arrived and kicked him away. What are you standing there for? Take this trash away and end him. Tang He-man, face pale with terror, pushed through the crowd and knelt beside Jiang Wan. The knife hit near the abdominal artery. There's too much blood loss. Don't move her. My car's right here. It is emergency equipment. Begin first aid immediately. Chen Ping roared. Clear the road to the hospital. Prepare the surgery room. Summon the best doctors and nurses now. 1 second late and you refinished in this city. Get out of Xinjiang. Duan Ho's car sped directly toward the hospital. Every road had been cleared on Chen Ping's orders. Sir, you must remain calm. Her blood pressure is plummeting and her heart rate is erratic. Keep talking to her. Don't let her lose consciousness. Don't let her fall asleep. Wife, please don't leave me. Think of me. Think of Mila, okay? Please, don't leave us behind. Duan Ho man personally escorted the gurney, sprinting down the hallway as they rushed Jiang Wen into the emergency room. Covered in blood, Chen Ping collapsed onto the floor outside the operating theater. He clutched his hair, his hands trembling, looking as though his very soul had been hollowed out. It'll be okay. It has to be okay. Having received his message, Yang Gilan and Jiang Guoming rushed in, panicked. Seeing the blood splattered across the floor and Chen Ping's shell-shocked state, Yang Gilan exploded in a rage. Did you hurt my daughter again? At that moment, Cao Jun arrived as well. Chen Ping, are you even human? Jiang Wen's life is hanging by a thread because of you. You stood by and watched her go to that club to negotiate business for Mila's medical bills. If anything happens to her, I will never forgive you. The more Yang Gilan heard, the more furious she became. Chen Ping, you animal. Years ago, you tricked my Wanner into getting pregnant before marriage. You caused her to be disowned by her own family and endure endless suffering, and now you want her life? If my daughter dies, I'll make sure you pay with yours. Yang Gilan's blood pressure spiked so sharply that Cao Jun had to catch her and help her sit. Useless piece of trash, you do nothing but cause trouble. Why did my daughter marry a jinx like you? You and that little bastard child of yours need to get out of our Jiang family immediately. Chen Ping, we have no room for a great Buddha like you. Divorce her. If you agree right now, I'll pay the 500,000 for Mila's hospital fees myself. Mom, I won't divorce Jiang Wan. Don't agree to this. Just as the words left his mouth, a rhythmic, heavy sound echoed from the end of the hallway, the sound of authoritative footsteps. Mr. Chen, I am the legal representative for Elder Yang Kaifeng. Given your long-term failure to provide a safe living environment which led to Ms. Wenner's life-threatening situation today, the Elder is beyond furious. He has authorized me to handle your divorce from Ms. Wenner. Chen Ping snapped his head up, glaring at the newcomer. This is the divorce agreement, the lawyer continued. The Elder said that as long as you sign, the Yang family will provide you with a sum of money large enough to last a lifetime. However, you must immediately sever all ties with Ms. Jiang Wan and that child. The air in the hallway froze. Yang Gilan's eyes lit up as she looked at the agreement. Quickly, sign it now. Guoming looked at his finally forgiven Wanner. We need to go pick out a gift. His birthday banquet is next month. Chenping, know your place. Look at yourself. Divorce is the only way Wanner can be free. Take the money and get out. Stop ruining her future. Xiao Taikai rushed over, standing to the side with a deep frown. Just as he was about to speak, the emergency room doors swung open. Jiang Wan was wheeled out. Everyone swarmed her, offering frantic concerns, while Chenping was shoved to the very edge of the crowd like a complete stranger. Water, how are you? Where does it hurt? Tell Mom. Xiao Wan, are you alright? If you need anything, just tell me. I'll go get it right now. Jiang Wan was moved to a ward. Lying on the bed, her face was deathly pale. She looked around the room, her first words a weak whisper. Where's Chenping? Why are you still asking about that loser? You re going to be the death of me. Yang Gilan grumbled. Seeing her daughter's fragile state, she reluctantly stepped aside. Chenping moved through the crowd to her bedside. Jiang Wan turned her head slowly, her eyes rimmed with red. Chenping, let's get a divorce. Seeing this, Duong Ho man sensed trouble. Using the excuse that Jiang Wan needed rest, he had Xiao Taikai clear everyone out of the room. Divorce me, Chenping, she repeated. Chenping's hands shook uncontrollably. I really can't take it anymore, she whispered. I don't want to live every day in fear and anxiety. You've disappointed me too much. Wanner, give me one last chance. I can solve Mila's illness. I've found Duong Ho man. He used to be my family's private doctor. If you just trust me for one more year, I promise I will give you and our daughter a good life. Jiang Wan let out a self-deprecating laugh. Future? Where is this future? Getting my father fake antiques? Or continuing to deliver takeout? Chenping felt a bitter pang in his heart, yet he didn't know how to explain. He could only offer repeated assurances. Enough, stop pretending, she cried. Don't you understand? My grandfather has issued an ultimatum. If we don't divorce, both you and Mila will lose your lives. My grandfather is the permanent honorary chairman of the Shanjiang Chamber of Commerce. He controls half the energy business in the province. Everyone in this city treats him with the utmost respect. What does a delivery boy like you have to fight him with? Her agitation agitated her abdominal wound, and she broke into a cold sweat from the pain. Get out. I don't want to see you right now. Fearing her distress would worsen her condition, Chenping chose to leave. Fine. I'll go. I'll go arrange Mila's surgery. But Wanner, as long as I am alive, I will never divorce you. Outside in the hallway, Yang Gilan and Jiang Guoming were waiting. The moment Chenping stepped out, Yang Gilan lunged at him. Sign it. Stop being a toad trying to eat swan meat. You've made my daughter suffer enough. If you divorce her, I'll cover Mila's medical bills myself. To tell you the truth, we don't even want Mila and the Jiang family take that little burden with you. Chenping remained silent. He had endured 3 years of humiliation in his family, but his daughter was innocent. Enough, he snapped. I am telling you all, I will not divorce Jiang Wan. Mila is my daughter. She is not a burden. You've truly lost it. You useless trash. How dare you yell at me? Yang Gilan shrieked. Kaojin sneered. Mark my words, someone like him will end up dead in a gutter sooner or later. Young master, everything is arranged. Duong Ho man is waiting for you in the director's office. This way, please. The moment Chenping turned around, his aura of defeat vanished instantly, replaced by a soul-crushing authority. Xiao Fuqi knew then the heir of the Chen family, who had endured in silence for 7 years, had returned. In the director's office, Duong Ho man bowed. Mr. Chen, this is the surgical plan for Miss Mila. We are using the world's most advanced technology. I will perform the surgery personally. The success rate is 100. I don't want a surgery success rate. I want my daughter discharged healthy and vibrant. Rest assured, sir. Even if there were only a 1 in 10,000 chance, I would give it my all. Additionally, specialized targeted medication has been expedited via air freight. Once the general checkup is complete and her vitals are stable, we will operate. The estimated time is 1 week from now. Charge all costs to the Chen family account. But keep this a secret. I don't want people knowing about the Chen family situation, especially my wife. Understood, sir. I have issued an absolute gag order. The entire hospital is under information lockdown. Anyone who leaks a single word will be fired immediately. Mila is in your hands. As long as she is fine, the past is forgiven. But if there is a mistake, I wouldn't dare. Good. Professor Duong, is your grandson's Emin still alive? Mr. Chen, that wretch is still breathing, but he is crippled for life. He'll spend the rest of his days in a wheelchair. I've thrown him into a subsidiary hospital. I'll let him rot there. The hospital, Mr. Chen. I ain't at fault. I will handle it immediately. Soon after, Chen Ping's phone buzzed. He nodded with satisfaction and went to see Mila. You don't need to follow me. Inside the office, Duan Ho man collapsed to the floor, drenched in sweat as if he'd been pulled from a river. He began to sob with relief. Professor Duan, are you okay? Where are the guards? Notify the clan kick Sun Zemin's entire family out of the lineage immediately. Young master, we've investigated. The news of the Madam's injury was leaked to the Yang family by Cao Jun. That loser Chen Ping actually dared to humiliate me in public. Cao Jun growled elsewhere. I found out Jiang Wan went to the Star Moon Club because Cao Jun took her there to discuss a contract with his cousin. Everyone knows Cao Jun is a playboy. Negotiating a contract is just a front for something else. It seems the loser got wind of it. The Star Moon Club is Han Wang's territory. He is likely not coming back from there. Young Master Cao, do we need to play the hero and save the beauty? Let us go back to the private room. I want to see how Chen Ping begs for my forgiveness this time. Suddenly, news broke. Something big happened. Jiang Wan went to the Star Moon Club to raise money for Mila and got hurt. What? How did that happen? I heard the madam was injured and taken directly to the hospital. He even sent word to Yang Kaifeng's grandson. Yang Tai added fuel to the fire, sir. He used the madam as a bargaining chip at the club. Young master, do you want me to deal with him now? No rush. Doesn't he want to be the prized son-in-law of the Jiang and Yang families? Doesn't he want to climb over me to reach the top? I'll fulfill his wish. Regarding the elder's birthday banquet, we must send a gift. Investigate every detail of Cao Jun's new energy project. I want him utterly ruined. Yes, young master. Master, the young master is truly enraged this time for the sake of the madam and the little miss. I think it's time he knew the truth about that matter. Mila, wait for daddy. I'll make you well again. I won't let you suffer another bit of pain. Chen Ping took a deep breath, fighting back the sting in his eyes, and turned toward Jiang Wen's ward. He wondered if his wife was still angry, or if she would still insist on the divorce. Is what you were saying true? Is he really the world-famous Professor Duan Ho man? Is he truly willing to take Mila's case? Of course, Cao Jun lied smoothly inside the ward. My father has some history with the professor. He made a special call to invite him here. Don't worry. From now on, Mila will be like my own daughter. Cao Jun, I really can't thank you enough. Without you, I don't know if Mila would have made it. This wretch is lying to my wife again, Chen Ping thought as he entered. Oh, great, Chen is back from his busy delivery route. Why don't you head back out? Don't let us get in the way of your hard-earned tips. I've got things handled here. Seeing Cao Jun's arrogance, Chen Ping decided to play along. I found the doctor for my daughter. He said he'd be by to check on her shortly. You found the doctor? Ha! Do you even know what Mila is suffering from? What doctor did you find? Some quack from a back alley? Mila is my daughter. What's wrong with me finding her a doctor? Fine, I want to see just how talented your doctor is. It just so happens I have Professor Duong coming here soon. Why don't we have your miracle doctor join us for a consultation? If your doctor is a fraud, you sign the divorce papers. How about it? Cao Jun's goal was clear: humiliate Chen Ping in front of Jiang Wan and force the divorce. And if you lose? Chen Ping asked. If I lose, I'll kneel and call you grandfather. At that moment, Cao Jun's phone rang. He answered with a fawning expression. Yes, the 13th floor. I'll come down to meet you personally. He turned to Chen Ping. Chen Ping, you re-finished. Jiang Wan is destined to be mine, and so is the Jiang family fortune. You were acting so tough a moment ago. Why are you silent now? Chen Ping, don't mind him, Jiang Wan interjected. If you couldn't reach the professor, it's fine. You don't have to do this. She assumed Chen Ping was bragging about Duan Ho, a man being his family doctor, to save face. She didn't want him humiliated further. Zhao Wan, think carefully, Cao Jun pressed. What kind of future can this loser give you and Mila? Follow me. I'll save Mila's life, and you'll live in luxury for the rest of yours. Our future is none of your business, Chen Ping said coldly. The tension was suffocating. Suddenly, the door was pushed open. Duong Ho, a man, entered, followed by 4 disciples. Cao Jun bolted toward him, grabbing the professor's hands and introducing himself eagerly. Professor Duong, you here. I am Cao Jun, Cao Wanwan's son. You working so hard. Look at all this sweat. There was no need to rush for my sake. Cao Jun was so giddy with anticipation that he didn't stop to wonder how the professor knew exactly which room to enter. Chen Ping, just go, Jiang Wan whispered. Don't let this turn into a scene. Trust me, Chen Ping replied. I keep my word. Sir, please show some respect. I have business, Duong Hoa man snapped, pulling his hands away. He had rushed here the moment he got Chen Ping's message. He hadn't expected to be blocked at the door by this stranger. You being too polite, we'll be family soon, Cao Jun laughed. Professor, there's a loser in this room who claims the doctor he found is better than you. He even said you read just a name without talent. You should teach him a lesson. Where? Let me see him. Chen Ping, where is this doctor of yours? Professor Duong wants to see his skills. Or did you just light at everyone? He's already here, Chen Ping said calmly. Ha ha ha. Where? I told you, you read nothing but a slap. A resounding blow cut Cao Jun off. Shut your mouth, you piece of filth. Who gave you permission to speak to Mr. Chen like that? Professor, what is this? He's just Chen Ping, the loser. Duong Hoa man didn't even look at him. He hurried to Chen Ping, his face breaking into a radiant, respectful smile. Mr. Chen, Miss Mila's checkup is complete. We just need to build up her strength before the surgery. Even the madam's injury, I've brought 4 disciples to personally manage her recovery. I guarantee there won't be a single scar. The room fell into a deathly silence. Cao Jun stood frozen, his eyes bulging, his legs shaking. Jiang Wan covered her mouth in disbelief. Chen Ping, did you really bring Professor Duong here? He's a medical master sought after by countless billionaires, and he's being this humble to you? Professor Duong once received a favor from my father, didn't he? Chen Ping asked. Indeed. Years ago, it was thanks to Mr. Chen's father sponsoring my research that I achieved what I have today. I must repay this debt of gratitude. Impossible, Cao Jun yelled. Chen Ping is an orphan, where would he get a father? Professor, he's tricking you. Slap. The second slap was even more brutal than the first. If you dare disrespect Mr. Chen again, don't blame me for being heartless. Mr. Chen's father could influence the economy of an entire nation with the flick of a finger. Cao Jun trembled, cold sweat drenching his back. I am sorry, Professor. I lost my head. Tomorrow, I am returning the jade piece your father gave me. From now on, the Cao family and I have nothing to do with each other. Cao Jun's face went white. He nearly collapsed. Professor, I was wrong. Please don't. My father will kill me. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Mr. Chen. Cao Jun turned to Chen Ping, his expression more pain than if he had swallowed glass. I have to bow to this trash. Chen Ping, for Mila's sake, please say a good word to the professor for me. Chen Ping, let it go, Jiang Wen said softly. With his wife speaking up, Chen Ping wouldn't push it further, but he wouldn't forget the bet. The wager still stands. You lost. Cao Jun's face cycled through shades of blue and white. Thinking of his father's wrath if he offended Duong Hoa man, he dropped to his knees. Grandfather, I was wrong. You quick to kneel. I won't break your legs this time. Get out. Relieved, Cao Jun scrambled out of the room. Once outside, his face twisted. Why? How does that trash know Duong Hoa man? Uncle, help me investigate this guy's background. Now, inside, Duong Hoa man put on specialized gloves and took a jar of shimmering, pale gold ointment from a secure case. He meticulously applied it to Jiang Wen's wound. This is the Vitality Jade Ointment. It is formulated from Tiantian snow lotus and several extinct herbs. A single gram is worth more than the entire Cao family fortune. It accelerates cell regeneration by 100-fold. A wound that should take a month to heal will scab over tonight. You will be walking in 3 days. 3 days. But the doctor said 2 weeks of bed rest. As the ointment touched her skin, the burning pain vanished, replaced by a soothing, cool warmth. Does such a miracle drug really exist? Mr. Chen, if the madam is stable, I won't disturb you further. If you need anything, call me anytime. I am at your service. Go on. Jiang Wan lay there, her mind racing. Even if Chen Ping's father hadn't invested in the professor, would a world-class doctor be this subservient to a delivery boy? She watched Chen Ping quietly peeling an apple for her. Does it still hurt? Chen Ping, you lied to me. You said you were an orphan. Where did this father come from? In the professor's attitude, in that ancient painting, the club going bankrupt, the contract suddenly succeeding. Have you been lying to me this whole time? Faced with her barrage of questions, Chen Ping paused, then gently stroked her hair. Later, since you asked, I won't hide it anymore. The truth is, my family is very wealthy. He decided to lay his cards on the table mostly. 3 years ago, my parents tried to force me into an arranged marriage. I refused and ran away on the engagement day. My father was furious and disowned me. Arranged marriages, disowning sons, they are very traditional. But if you need it, I'll find a way to contact them. As for money, I have a bit more than Cao Jun. Jiang Wan knew Cao Jun made tens of millions a year. If Jinping had a bit more, then what about Mila's surgery? Don't worry. I am here. I've already bought the delivery company at S being managed by Su Qin now. Jiang Wan's tension snapped. She burst into tears and threw herself into his arms. You jerk, you total jerk. Do you know how many people I had to beg? Why didn't you say something sooner? I am sorry for making you suffer. Trust me, it will never be like that again. If you were disowned, where did the money come from? I took a card with me when I left. I just remember the password. It only has $1 million or $2 million in pocket money, but it has enough for now. $1 million or $2 million for pocket money. One more thing. Do your parents know about me and Mila? They know. I'll take you both to see them soon. I think they'll be very happy to meet you. Really? Really? Later, my family's little bit of money is actually a bit more than you reimagining. This lie is going to be hard to maintain later, he muttered to himself. He is an orphan after all. Cao Jun snarled into his phone. I am going to ruin him. Bring Jiang Wan to me tomorrow. Hanging up, he glared toward the hospital. Tonight, you will be mine. Definitely. Later, why the rush to check out? Staying in the hospital is a waste of money. We should save it for Mila's surgery. My parents called, they want us to come over today. Jinping felt a bad omen. The moment they entered the house, the atmosphere was freezing. Yang Gillan sat on the sofa, her face grim. You read back. Pen. Come with me to the Civil Affairs Bureau to finalize the divorce. Mom, you only doing this because Jinping doesn't have money. Exactly, if he had money, I'd treat him better than my own son. But he is a useless failure. Since you married him, you've suffered, and I've been the laughingstock of all your aunts. Later, listen to your mother. If you divorce him, your father will pay 500,000 for Mila's treatment. If you don't, we retaking you off the family registry. We redone with you. Mom, Dad, must you force me like this? We're forcing you because we care. That child is a burden. If you keep her, you will never get ahead. Divorce him, come home, and we'll give Jinping 500,000 to take that kid and disappear. Isn't that better? Hearing Yang Gillan repeatedly call Mila bastard and a burden, Jinping reached his limit. He pulled a card from his pocket. Here's 100,000. It is what I've saved over the last 3 years for you. As for the divorce, don't even dream of it. 100,000. Keep it to buy a coffin for your brat. This divorce is happening whether you like it or not. Mom, can't you think of me? Mila is my daughter too. Stop crying. Divorce him and marry Cao Jun. I am waiting for a wealthy son-in-law to bring some honor to this house. I want to see those women try to mock me then. Seeing the sheer greed of her family, Jiang Wan's heart turned to ash. She grabbed Jinping's hand and turned to leave. What is the password for the card? Yang Gillan's shrill voice followed them. Jiang Wan's eyes were red with anger. The password is my birthday. How can she be like that? It is okay. As long as the three of us are together, nothing else matters. Let us go see Mila. I will never divorce you, Jiang Wan promised. Even if you reap poor for the rest of your life, as long as Mila is cured, I am content. Jinping felt a mixture of bitterness and pride. He pulled another card from his pocket and presented it to her like a treasure. Please accept this, my dear wife. From now on, you handle all my money. How much can there be? Didn't you say yesterday it was just $1 million or $2 million? Just spend it however you like. As he spoke, Jinping's eyes fell on the card he had given her and then the card he had given his mother-in-law. The smile on his face froze. His pupils contracted in horror. I gave her the wrong one. I am dead. It is over. In his panic, he realized he had swapped them. He had given Jiang Wan the 100,000 card, but he had given his mother-in-law the supreme black card containing 100 billion. We have to go back now. Meanwhile, Yang Gillan was at an ATM, happily entering Jiang Wan's birthday. Let us see the balance. Hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Oh, there really is 100,000. But then she noticed a long string of zeros following the initial 100,000. Her heart began to race. 10,000s, millions, 10 millions, hundreds of millions, billions, 10 billions, 100 billion. By the time she reached the final digit, her brain short-circuited. It was as if a bolt of lightning had struck her. Her eyes went blank, her mouth hung open, and she slumped against the ATM. The 100 billion on the screen glowed with a blinding light. She collapsed to the ground, twitching. Bystanders began to point. What's wrong with her? Is it a seizure? Someone call an ambulance. 100 billion, 100 billion, she muttered. She couldn't believe it. Her useless son-in-law had 100 billion in his account. Chen Ping and Jiang Wan arrived breathless. Mom, what happened? Are you okay? Crap, Chen Ping thought. She definitely saw the balance. I have to cover this up. Chen Ping, 100 billion, there's 100 billion. What 100 billion? I don't know what you're talking about. Mom, stop it, Jiang Wan cried, thinking her mother was just having another episode to bully Chen Ping. Stop making a scene. Winner, the card he gave me has 100 billion on it. The crowd went silent, then erupted in laughter as they looked at Chen Ping's ragged clothes. 100 billion? I didn't hear that wrong, did I? This old lady is seriously ill. Move along, move along. Take your mother to a hospital before she gets worse. It's true, I saw it. I am not lying. Yang Gilin, who prized her reputation above all else, couldn't stand being called crazy. Chen Ping, tell them there's 100 billion. Mom, let's just go home. There's no 100 billion. No, this card is mine now. You gave it to me. The money is mine. 100 billion is mine. She lunged at the bank counter. Check it. Tell them how much is in here. Sir, please take your mentally ill relative away. The teller sighed. Check the balance, Chen Ping said firmly, stepping forward. Call your manager. The teller, Li Jiao, sneered. Sir, you don't actually think there's 100 billion, do you? Your whole family is crazy. Fine, I'll show you the balance so you can see how embarrassing this is. She swiped the card and glanced at the screen. The next second, she bolted out of her chair, her jaw dropping. Hundreds, thousands. 100 billion. Oh my god, sir, please wait, I'll get the manager immediately. A moment later, Manager Chu hurried out. Mr. Chen, what wind blew you here? Please, come to the VIP room. Jiang Wan stood frozen in shock. Chen Ping was ushered inside. Manager Chu, I have one request, Chen Ping said privately. When my wife and mother-in-law ask, tell them the bank system had an error. My identity cannot be revealed. If it is, my wife will never forgive me. Of course, Mr. Chen. May I ask why? There are some things you'd be better off not knowing. But in exchange, I will deposit 10 billion here, under my wife's name. Chu Zhang gasped. A $10 billion deposit would make his career. Understood, it was a system error. The card only has 100,000. Leave it to me. They returned to the lobby. Yang Gilin pounced. Manager Chu handed her the card now corrected to show only 100,000. Ma'am, I am so sorry. Our system suffered a severe glitch. The 100 billion you saw was a display error. The actual balance is 100,000. Liar, I counted the zeros. You re-all in on this together. Mom, I told you I only had 100,000, Chen Ping said. Mom, please, stop making a scene. How could a delivery boy have 100 billion? After much convincing, Yang Gilin finally agreed to go home. I have to stay and watch her, Jiang Wan said to Chen Ping. You go see Mila. I'll be there soon. As soon as Chen Ping left, Jiang Wan turned back to the manager. Manager Chu, tell me the truth. Was that a performance? How much is really in that card? Ma'am, not a penny more than 100,000. The glitch nearly gave us a heart attack. Headquarters is investigating it now. I see, that's good then. Outside the hospital, Chen Ping saw Jiang Wan waiting for him at the gate, her nose red from the cold. Why are you here? Did your mother yell at you again? Let her yell. I am not divorcing you anyway. Just endure a little longer. I promise I'll give you a better life. Chen Ping, I need to talk to you. Cao Jun called. He wants to invite us to the Peace Hotel for an apology dinner. Should we go? We did owe him for the medical fees. Why wouldn't we go? Chen Ping smiled. You re my wife. Am I supposed to be afraid he'll steal you away? That evening, they stepped into the magnificent lobby of the hotel. Under a waiter's guidance, they moved toward a private suite. Inside, Cao Jun was whispering to a staff member. Make sure there are no mistakes. If this works, you will be paid well. Don't worry, Manager Cao. Tonight, that woman is yours to enjoy. The door opened. Chen Ping and Jiang Wan walked in. Cao Jun's face instantly shifted into a predatory smile, though it flickered with disdain when he saw Chen Ping. Xiao Wan, you here. Come, sit. In. Bo, the great son-in-law of the Chen family came too. I thought a high-class place like this would scare off a skirt chase IQ. Cao Zhan, Jiangwan said firmly, you re the one who invited us. I did. And I am so glad you came. I am calling you brother, but since you re already here, just stand to the side and pour the tea. After all, you re a professional at it. Might as well let me see how your skills in serving others have evolved. Tao Quan, don't go too far. It's my fault for not controlling my mouth. I beg the great son-in-law of the Tran family to be magnanimous and forgive a lowly person like me. I'll punish myself with a drink of an apology to Tran Bin. Just then, a waiter knocked on the door. Pardon the interruption. There's a lady looking for MS. Jian. Jian Ian stood up to leave. Let me go out and see what's happening. A woman wearing a low-cut dress suddenly pushed the door open and walked in. She went straight to Tran Bin and, without a word, sat right on his lap. You must have the wrong room. Is this another one of those pathetic traps to frame me? You really went to a lot of trouble. The door was kicked open violently as a dozen scarred, tattooed thugs rushed in. Honey, you have to stand up for me. This pervert just tried to assault me. Damn it, you dare touch my girlfriend? You looking for a death wish. I didn't do anything, she barged in herself. There are cameras, go check them. The cameras are broken. Boys, break his legs for me. A tattooed man swung a steel pipe hard toward Tran Bin's leg. Everyone, come look at this creep. He couldn't control his lust and harassed my girlfriend, then claims he did nothing. But you going to tell me that lipstick stain on your face is from her kissing you by mistake? Earlier outside, he kept staring at me with those disgusting eyes. He even said my ass was shapely. When I wasn't looking, he grabbed me from behind and kissed me. It's revolting. He looks decent, but he's a total deviant. This kind of trash should be castrated and thrown to the dogs. Mother fur, can't you find your own woman? You dare touch Hoasin's woman? At that moment, Tao Quan led Jian Ian into the room. Wife, this is a trap. You have to believe me, I've been framed. I am sorry, I am so sorry. Big brother, there must be a misunderstanding. Please, spare him. My husband isn't that kind of man. Misunderstanding? Look at the lipstick on his face. Cousin, don't be a fool. Your husband is a pervert with nothing but filth in his head. Divorce this trash immediately. You can touch me, but don't you dare touch my wife. If you do, I'll kill you. Oh, look at this piece of garbage talking back. Get him. Who's making a scene here? This brat tried to assault my girlfriend. I caught him red-handed. Take him away for bullying our brother's woman. Move. Jian Ian cried and tried to stop them, but was shoved aside by a scarred man. Tao Quan stood by, offering fake comfort. It's okay, calm down. I know the manager here. I'll plead on Tran Bin's behalf later to make sure he only gets locked up for a few days. Seeing the smug look exchanged between Tao Quan and Hoasin, Tran Bin felt a cold smirk forming in his heart. Don't worry, wife. I'll be back soon. Tao Quan, you finally made your move. I just wonder if you can handle the consequences. General Manager Tao, did I handle it cleanly this time? Next time you need something like this, just call me. Keep a close eye on him. Then let him die as long as Tran Bin is in my hands. I am not worried about Jian Ian not coming to beg me. Tran Bin, you think you can fight me? I'll ruin you sooner or later. Tao Quan hates Tran Bin. He definitely won't save him. It's too late to find a lawyer. What should I do? Jian Ian arrived at the Duan family estate. She didn't know Tran Bin's true background. Right now, her only lifeline was her grandfather. Please tell him I have an emergency. I need grandfather to save a life. Oh, it's a mess, Ian. The old master gave instructions only when you divorce Tran Bin can you step through the Duan family gates. Uncle Butler, I beg of you. This is a matter of life and death. If grandfather agrees to save Tran Bin, I will sign the divorce papers. I'll sign them right now. At the same time, at a villa where he was discussing business with his new wife, Tran Tai received a text. Taika, something big happened. Mr. Tran has been arrested. What? Mr. Tran was arrested? Who has the balls to do that? Supposedly he was caught red-handed for harassment by the Thuangjian security team. The leader is a thug named Hoasin. Hoasin? Never heard of him. He's looking for a grave. Black Dog, take some men. Bring that Hoasin to me. I want him to know exactly what the King of Hell looks like. Call Vuong Haquan immediately and ask him if he wants a security company to stay open. Tran Tai wasted no time, driving straight to the Fan Nu group. Tran Bin, I must inform Ki Fu Kui. Old Kiyu, it's late. What is it? Director Kiyu, something has happened. Mr. Tran was taken away. Ki Fu Kui's face instantly darkened, his eyes turning ice cold. The young master was arrested. By whom? Before the words could settle, the office door was pushed open. Chairman, we have news. Mr. Tran was framed and taken by Thuong Jian Security. The man in charge is Hoa Sin, but we still investigating who is behind it. Call Vuong Hop Quan. Tell him if the young master loses a single hair tonight, I will make his entire family evaporate from Thuong Jian. And investigate the mastermind thoroughly. After speaking, Kiv Fu Kui and Deng Jia Kwok headed straight for the top floor secret chamber. Trin Tai stood frozen as the elevator doors closed. He knew he wasn't yet qualified to step into that room. Inside the lavish, 100-meter square chamber, the once imposing Kiv Fu Kui now bowed so low his head nearly touched the floor. On a massive screen sat an old man with an oxygen mask in a wheelchair. His eyes were murky but seemed to pierce through everything. Master, something has happened to the young master. The old man on the screen merely lifted a withered, skeletal hand and moved a few fingers. Don't make too much of a scene. That little cuck handle it. Yes, master. The screen went black. Kiv Fu Kui turned around, his eyes filled with murderous intent. Tao Quan, carrying a gift box, knocked on the door of the Thuong Jian security manager's office. Brother Tao, your classmate is in our basement. Let him enjoy the cool breeze for a few days. As long as there is no dead body, I'll handle the rest. Tao Quan was overjoyed, though his heart bled thinking about the cost of the luxury car he had promised. Thank you, Brother Thuong. I noticed the company cars downstairs are a bit old. That's bad for the company's image. Once this settles, I'll replace them with 2 bulletproof SUVs. How does that sound? I'll wait for your good news then. Tao Quan left with a gloating expression. As soon as the door closed, Vuong Roman 6 Chin called Vuong Hop Quan. President Vuong, I've finished Trin Bin's interrogation files. I've emailed them to you. By the way, this kid seems to have offended some big shot. The Tao family is making big moves. I've told my men to look after him. Is that all right? Fine, don't bother me with these trivial matters. Deal with it yourself. That house in the school district is basically mine now. And with a promotion, that director position should finally be mine. Vuong Ha Kwang hung up in a good mood, grabbing his keys to head home. Suddenly, the desk phone rang shrilly. He frowned and saw it was Trin Tai. This is Trin Tai. Where is the man named Tran Bin that Tao Quan arrested? Release him immediately. Well, Trin Tai, we both come from the streets, but you're getting a bit ahead of yourself, aren't you? Don't forget, I am the head of security in this city. Who do you think you are to tell me? Hello, Director Q. What a surprise to get a call from you, President Vuong. Let's not waste time. A young master was arrested by your people. I hope you release him soon. The young master of the richest man? I've been in this city for years. I never heard Kiu Fu Kui having a son. Director Kiu, rest assured, it must be a misunderstanding. I'll personally go see to it. Then I thank you in advance. I was actually looking to invest in the security industry. If you handle this well, I plan to inject 100 billion next year and acquire a few firms. I'll prioritize yours. Thank you, Director Kiu. I'll give you a satisfactory answer. Vuong Hup Kwang hung up and bolted for the door, but the phone rang again. Is there no end to this? Can't you see I am busy? Well, Vuong Hup Kwang. Now you're even shouting at me? Do you not recognize me, T. Trump Kwok? TTU, Director TU, it's a misunderstanding. I am the one you train. How could I not recognize you? I just have an emergency. I don't care about your emergency. Your people arrested my guest. Release him immediately. Another one. Who on earth did those idiots arrest? First, QS young master, then TUS guest. What kind of nest of gods did they poke today? Director TU, please be at ease. I am investigating personally. Give me 15 minutes. 10 minutes. 1 minute late and I'll buy your company just to fire you. Vuong Roman 6 Chinen was bragging on the phone when Vuong Hop Kwang kicked his office door open. President Vuong, why are you here? Did you hear about the new cars? To hell with the cars, look at what you've done. Where is he? Where is he being held? Vuong Roman 6 Chin nearly wet himself. I in the basement. The basement door flew open. Tran Bin sat on a chair with his eyes closed, steady as a rock. Seeing him, Vuong Ha Kwang's anger vanished, replaced by a deep bow. Oh, Mr. Tran, a misunderstanding, a huge misunderstanding. My subordinates are idiots. I'll personally escort you out. President Vuong, this is difficult. The eldest son of the Tao family specifically asked for him to be locked up. If we let him go, the Tao family won't let it slide. Are we really going to offend them over this broke brat? You idiot, look for yourself. Look at what the victim in the video actually said. Can we release him now? Yes. Yes, we can. Mr. Tran, I apologize. On behalf of the company, I am truly sorry. I'll ensure strict punishment for those involved. It's fine, just a misunderstanding. You refired, Fuang. Get out. Once everyone left, Fuang Roman's 6 chin's hand shook as he called Tao Qian. Tao Qian, you damn bastard, you've ruined me. The evidence was faked. President Fuang fired me. Fuang Roman's 6 chin, are you useless? You couldn't even handle a simple arrest. You deserve to be fired. Don't bother me with this. Damn it, what a waste of a house. Tao Qian sounded tough, but he felt a creeping unease. Hoa Sin, listen carefully. That loser Fuang was fired. No one is protecting you now. Fuang Huk Kwang might be coming for you. Don't you dare rat me out. The other end was strangely quiet, save for a faint static. Hoa Sin. Are you mute? I am talking to you. Tao Da Fujia. Were you looking for me? Tran Bin. How is it you? Where's Hoa Sin? Tao Qian bolted upright from his sofa, scrambling to the window. How did he get out so fast? Before he could react, a loud crash echoed from below. The villa gate was kicked off its hinges. Tan Ho led a dozen men in black into the living room, surrounding it instantly. 3 years, and the Tao family's taste is still this gaudy. And Tran Tai, the underarm king of Fuangjian, he acting as Tran Bin's subordinate? Who the hell is Tran Bin? Mr. Tran, spare me. It was Tao Qian. He made me do it. He gave me 100,000 to frame you. Please, let me alive. You were lying. I don't even know you. Don't you dare frame me. Tran Bin didn't care for Tao Qian's excuses. He narrowed his eyes slightly. Tan Ho understood immediately. Tao Qian's pupils dilated as he looked at the dark doorway and swallowed hard. Tran Bin, it seems I underestimated you. I didn't expect you to know Tran Tai. You've hidden it well all these years. Tao Qian grew strangely calm. His father was the head of the Jade Association with vast connections. He wasn't necessarily afraid of someone like Tran Tai. Don't use your limited vision to judge me. You will never guess my true identity. But I am curious then. What identity does a useless live-in son-in-law have? Look clearly, even if Tran Tai supports you, you are still just a house dog. Tao Qian, we were once like brothers. I didn't want to oppose you, but you should never ever have targeted Jianayan. So if I did, what can you do? That bitch Jianayan doesn't know what's good for her. She rejected a rich heir like me to marry a loser like you. Even if I killed her, my father could make it go away. What can an in-law like you do to me? Tran Bin's next words would make Tao Qian regret his life. Your arrogance is based entirely on your father. So now, right in front of you, I will personally destroy him. Yes, young master. The order has been given. A simple command was a death sentence for a clan. Tran Bin would never allow anyone to hurt Jianayan. Tran Bin, have you lost your mind? A single phone call can take down my father? You daydreaming. My father is the head of the Jade Association, backed by the vice president of Trung Fang Group. Who do you think you are? Facing Tao Qian's frantic mockery, Tran Bin didn't even blink. He just watched him like he was a clown. Say, my father is calling. I'll ask him how a loser like you managed to topple him. Father? What is wrong? Tao Qian, you ungrateful brat, who on earth did you offend out there? Tao Qian's smile froze. Cold sweat poured down his face. Father, what do you mean? The city just announced the Jade Association is disbanded. I've been suspended. All 7 of our stores are sealed. Our capital is frozen. Even my contacts aren't picking up. You've ruined the Tao family. Everything is gone. Even your uncle's house has been seized. Tao Qian felt the world spinning. Disbanded, sealed, frozen. This meant the Tao family wasn't just bankrupt, they were 300 million in debt. Impossible. How could this happen? They specifically said this disaster was caused by you. The creditors are already calling. A loud bang echoed on the other end, the sound of a door being kicked in. Tao Van Quang, you are suspected of illegal benefit transfers and abuse of power. We have a warrant for your arrest. The line went dead with a haunting dial tone. Tao Qian's entire support system had collapsed in minutes. He now faced the wrath of hundreds of jade merchants and ruthless underground debts. His life was over. Tao Qian, you brought this on yourself. Let this be a lesson. Deal with it. Tran Bin turned and left. Tran Tai and his men withdrew, leaving only chaos behind. One phone call. Just one call. Tran Bin. Who are you? This is terrifying. Mr. Tran, it's late. Let me take you home. Taika will clean up the remains of the Tao family. We won't leave any loose ends. You guys go ahead. I need to check on my wife. She must be worried. Wife, I am okay. Where are you? Answer me. 1 minute passed. How? Silence. Tran Bin's heart skipped a beat. Usually, Qian Ayan answered instantly. Even if she was busy, she'd send a text. There was no way she hadn't heard about the Tao family's fall. The subscriber you are calling is currently unavailable. Tran Bin took a deep breath, his fingers trembling as he called his mother-in-law, Duong Lan. After a long time, she picked up. Hello? Why are you calling in the middle of the night? What bad luck? Mom, I can't reach Jian Ayan. Is she with you? Oh, so you actually care about our Ayan now? I thought you were busy being in jail for harassing women. Stealing someone else's girlfriend, HMPH. Mom, stop joking. Where is she? Why should I tell you? Fortunately, my daughter is finally about to divorce a loser like you. Divorce? What are you talking about? Don't you get it? To save you, Ayan went to beg my father and signed a divorce agreement. Tran Bin, stay far away from her. Don't ruin her future. To save me, she signed a divorce agreement? That woman, she really went that far. Duong Lan, listen carefully. If Ayan loses a single hair, I will bury the entire Duong family with her. Who are you threatening? We re at the Duong estate. If you've got the guts, come here, Tan Ho, take everyone to the Duong family estate. What are you waiting for? Sign the last page. That criminal Tran Bin is going to prison anyway. What are you holding on to? Mom, I beg you, give him more time. He's not that kind of person. Shut up. The cameras caught everything. How long are you going to defend a sex offender? You rejected the Tao heir to marry that live-in loser. Now you've tainted Lil Mila's name. Having a father who's a criminal, you a disgrace to our ancestors. It's only because our father is kind that he still accepts her as a grandchild. The blatant humiliation made Jiang Ayan hang her head. If this marriage is over, then stop crying. You re-embarrassing the Duong family. Your grandfather has spoken. Sign it. Only one signature left. Thinking that Tran Bin might be killed or beaten in custody, Jian Ayan's hand gripped the pen in despair. ILL sign. Please, grandfather, save Tran Bin. Mr. Tran, the gate is open. What is that noise? Is it an earthquake? Old master, it's bad. The front gate, someone smashed it open. How dare they? Who is blind enough to pull this at the Duong estate? Who dares to touch my wife? Tran Bin, you okay? They said you were arrested. I am fine. Don't be afraid. We going home. As Tran Bin prepared to lead her away, Duong Lan shrieked and blocked their path. Stop right there. You think it's that easy to leave? Jian Ayan, you have no respect for your elders? Coming and going as you please? Have you forgotten it's your grandfather's birthday? No manners at all. Arriving empty-handed for a birthday celebration. What an ungrateful brat. Tran Bin, you arrived at the perfect time. A criminal like you doesn't deserve my daughter. Everyone here is a witness. You and Ayan are getting divorced right now. Duong Kai Fong saw Tan Ho's men and was slightly wary, but relying on the Duong family's status in Thuong Jian, he didn't believe these thugs would actually act. Young man, you've caused enough trouble. You don't have the ability to protect Ayan, and you've stained your own name. Just divorce her. I will personally take care of Mila's illness. If you have any sense, sign here and get out before we call security. Who said I came empty-handed? Ha, empty-handed and still talking big. Did you hide the gift in your ass? If you want gifts so badly, just wait. I am just afraid I'll give them and you won't dare to accept them. You shameless poor ghost, daring to belittle the Duong family. As Duong Lan was throwing a tantrum, a flurry of hurried, rhythmic footsteps echoed from outside. Old master, President Fong Fai Chuang of Kwak Hoa Trading is here, the family gasped. Kwak Hoa Trading's assets exceeded 3 billion. They were one of the top 10 companies in the city. Quickly, invite him in. This is a Viet. The Duong family instantly straightened their clothes, preparing to welcome him. However, in the next second, everyone froze. Mr. Tran, my apologies. The traffic was bad, so I am late. This is the birthday gift you specifically ordered. I've brought it personally. A landscape painting by Chibeishi, market value 18 million, gifted to Mr. Duong for his birthday. A vice president with billions in assets was acting as Tran Bin's delivery man. Before they could react, the butler's voice rang out again, trembling with excitement. chairman of the Fuamjiang Taihoa Charity, Trin Tai. Mr. Trin has arrived. Trin Tai led his men in. Bring it in. As per Mr. Trin's instructions, this solid gold god of longevity statue weighs 50 kilograms, valued at 30 million, gifted to Mr. Duong for his birthday. 30 million. Feng Fei Chuang gave a painting worth tens of millions. Trin Tai gave a gold statue worth 30 million. The Duong family's worldview was crumbling. But the real nuclear bomb was next. The boss, Chairman Ki Fu Kui of Fin Din Group. When that name was called, no one could stay seated. Ki Fu Kui was the richest man in Fuangjiang. Chairman Ki, we are honored by your presence. It brings so much light to our humble home. Brother Kai Fong, I heard it was your 70th birthday. I came uninvited. I hope it's no bother. Holy crap, it really is Ki Fu Kui. Wait, is he also here for that loser Tran Bin? That's the richest man in the city. Tran Bin is a nobody. How could he have these connections? Ki Fu Kui cut through their frantic thoughts. He took Duong Kai Fong's hand, but looked around for Tran Bin. Is young Master Tran here? Ah, young Master, I've kept you waiting. There was a bit of trouble on the road. I hope you aren't angry. The word young master hit the Duong family like a lightning strike. The richest man in the city just called Tran Bin young master. Did you bring the gifts I asked for? Hello, Mr. Jian, Mrs. Duong. These are the small tokens young Master Tran asked me to bring for you. Duong Qiaolan's face blossomed into a smile. She was stunned, but a gift was a gift. 2 black cards from Fin Din Group. No limit, you can swipe them as much as you like. Additionally, I've prepared a small gift of my own. Mr. Duong, I know the Duong family is bidding for that plot of land in the south of the city. That land is worth 500 million. I've signed the transfer papers. Consider it a birthday gift. We can change the title to your name right now. Oh my goodness, son-in-law, why did you give such a big gift? Since you were so successful now, let us just forget about those divorce papers. I didn't recognize greatness earlier. A Prime Minister's belly can sail a boat, right? Please don't hold a grudge against me. Yes, young Master Tran, we were all blind. You are a great man. Please don't blame the Duong family. Facing the relatives who had just been spewing venom at him, Tran Bin felt nothing but disgust. Ian, let us go home. This place is too filthy. Don't let it stain your eyes. Yes, let us go home. Son-in-law, don't go. That 500 million plot of land, you can't just leave it. Tran Bin, your father says he owes you the most. Van Ten, did you call this late just to say that? Tran Bin, I know what happened 13 years ago hurt you deeply, but your father has left the entire Tran family fortune for you to inherit. Don't you want to come home and see? If I go back with you, will I ever get the chance to leave again? Tran Bin felt a sharp pain in his heart. The image of his mother dying in the fire was still vivid. Every clue pointed toward this woman. Speak. What do you really want? I heard you remarried and have a daughter. Have you forgotten our original agreement? 7 years ago, Tran Bin was forced to leave the Tran family after making a deal with Van Ten. The condition was that he must never reveal his identity to anyone, or else anyone who found out would vanish from this world. The Tao family went bankrupt, and you gave such massive gifts to the Duong family. Tell me, do they know who you were yet? If you dare touch a hair on their heads, I will bury the entire Tran family.